Hey guys, it's Coach Carmen. So in this video, we're going to go over some basic form conditioning exercises that you can go over with your child to make sure that they have the best form that they can do while they're at home. So first, we're going to hop in with a hollow body and an arched body shape. So to start with some basic forms, we have Jose, who's going to demonstrate. I'm going to show you from a side angle so you can kind of see what we're getting at. To start, we're going to do a standing hollow body. So with your arms up, and you want to tuck in your rib cage, and you want to round out your back. And you want to tuck in your rib cage, and you want to tuck in your hips. I don't want the bottom sticking out way out here, and I don't want the hips forward. I want the hips in line with the lower back. This is a standing hollow body. It shouldn't be too much, because if it goes too far forward and you're bending at the waist, that's more of a pike position. But a hollow body is nice and soft, but still tight through here. And if they're staying tight, you should be able to lift them up, and they should be able to maintain the shape. Try again. Squeezing nice and tight through here, tucking in the hips. Not so much through here. Squeezing nice and tight through here and through here. You're going to lift them up. Good. Much better. A standing hollow is very beneficial for vault and for bars as they increase in level. The next position is going to be a standing arch. Having your arms up by your ears. You're going to lean back through the top of the shoulders, but you don't want your hips sticking out. Your hips should still be in, your rib cage tucked in. You're leading with the top part of your back as you arch. The hips should still be in line with the feet, and it's the top of the body that's arching backwards. Your shoulders also lean. Stand up nice and tall. A standing arch is very beneficial for tumble skills and bar skills. The next form exercise that we can practice is going to be a hollow body. So, laying down with your arms above your head, your legs tight together, you're going to have your child reaching up, and they're balancing through their back and through their bottom. So their feet are off the ground, their shoulders are off the ground, as well as their head and their hands. You should be able to feel them squeezing through their abdominals. Rest. If you have them lay down on their bellies, they're going to move through an arch shape. So laying down with their bellies to the ground, their legs nice and tight together, their arms squeezed by their ears, they're going to then go up into an arch shape where they're balancing through their belly and through their hips. Their chest should be off the ground, arms should be in between their ears, so the head should be down, and the feet also come off the ground. If they can, they should be able to get a little higher. Jose here's a little stiff, which is fine for most children. After they've tried a hollow body with their arms above their head, they're then going to put their arms down by their sides or on top of their legs and go up into a hollow body position. This hollow body position is very beneficial for bars, for their front hip circles, and for their back hip circles. They need to make a really nice, tight, hollow body shape, and the bar isn't going to be above their head, it's actually going to be by their legs. This arch body shape is very good for tumbling skills, because when they go to back tumbling skills, they are going to need a really nice, strong arch shape. Now that you know about the hollow and arch, both laying and standing, we're going to go into our handstand shapes. Form shaping for handstands are very crucial, especially for the little ones on floor. It's very important to catch their body positions early. That way we don't have to knock out so many kinks as they grow older, and they maintain a nice straight body shape. So to start, they're going to squeeze their legs, and they're going to squeeze their arms by their ears. For this one, they're going to have their arms up and their legs together, and you're going to stick your hand underneath their back. And you should feel them pressing in with their abdominals and with their rib cage to push on the back of your hand. And then they're going to push into the floor by themselves. And you're going to try to snake your hands underneath them. If you can't, that means they have a nice straight body position. Next, you're going to have your child go on their belly. Their head's going to be down, arms by your ears, squeezing nice and tight. For this one, it's going to be a little harder because they want to press the bottom of their back through here up to the sky so that it is in line with the top of their shoulders that tend to round more because of the rib cage. So they're going to press up through here, and their hips should actually come off the ground a little bit, and you should be able to snake your hands underneath them. It's a little hard for Jose, but the idea is that we're trying to press this lower back up to the sky. Oh, that's actually much better. Good. You're trying to press your back into the sky to have a nice straight body position. Step number 4 is you're going to have your child do a handstand against a flat wall. Just like while they were standing, toes pointed, knees down, hips down, back pressed. They can look up at their hands through their eyeballs, but not their whole head. Very nice. While in their handstand shape, you should not be able to stick your hand through their back, just like on the ground. After your straight body practice on the ground, your child's going to stand up with their arms up, nice and strong by their ears. For this one, they're going to try to make a straight body. So not a piked body, not a hollow body, and not an arched body, but a straight body. Keeping their arms up, nice and tall, they're going to tuck in their rib cage, but press their arms back, and they're going to flatten out their back like they practiced on the ground. And their hips, their shoulders, their back, their hips, and their feet should all be in a nice line, as well as their hands. They can look up a little bit. They should have their chin facing forward, but what I do not want is I don't want their head all the way back, because that tends to round out or arch out the back, which loses our form. So we want our chin up, looking at our hands with our eyeballs only, rib cage in, back pressed, everything in a nice straight line. After your handstand shapes, we're going to go into some challenges. So get ready. As a body position challenge, we're going to go through the tightness challenge. So you're going to have your child lay down with their arms above their head, squeezing everything in towards their center. So squeezing everything in, because if I lift up one leg, your child should also be lifting up their hips because they're super tight. And I should not be able to break their legs apart, either this way or this way. Jose needs to work on it. Take a deep breath, Jose. And squeeze. Good. And good. And through their arms, they should not be able to break apart from their ears. And if I were to lift one arm up, try again.
Okay. Oh,
lay down.
Okay.
Squeeze everything in towards your ears. Ready? Nice and squeezed. Nice and squeezed. Not really. Uh-oh. And now as a last little fun thing, you're going to have your child squeeze everything. Lifting through their hips, you should be able to roll them over. If you notice that their chest or their hips roll over one and then the other, then it means that they're not squeezing quite tight enough. Squeeze nice and tight, because their whole body should be moving at once. Squeeze. Very nice. As a second challenge, you can practice pointed toes with your child at home. If you have them sit in a tuck position, they're going to start with their feet really close to their bottom, and they're going to scrunch up their toes for what we call sickle feet. You're then going to have your child slowly extend their legs forward. What's important to remember is that you want your toes and your heels always on the ground. Heels are going to be very easy to keep on the ground, but as the further you go, it becomes harder to keep your toes on the ground. I do advise caution that if they do squeeze too hard, they will get a muscle cramp in their foot, which isn't the most comfortable thing in the world. But they want to keep their toes down to the ground as much as possible by squeezing. This is as far as I can go. You want to try to measure the distance between their knees and the ground. And then if they do this every day for a while, they should notice differences to where they can get a little bit farther and a little bit farther. Thank you so much for joining us today, and we hope to see you at the cave soon. Bye!